Hello everybody, this is Xerx and we are going to have lesson number 6. And before we start, I think I made a mistake in the last tutorial, and if you remember, we tried to define some if statements in update method, and after self-direction is left, self.go to self.xcore, this line here shouldn't have parentheses, so I made a mistake. Let's fix it. And now let's try to see if the program is working correctly. Yes, okay, but still we don't have a movement. We're going to fix it now. Okay, for movement, as I said before, we need to have key binding. Alright, for key binding, if you're familiar with Pygame, remember in Pygame we have something called events that kind of monitoring all activities, keyboard, mouse, joystick, probably whatever, and can get it by get method. Here we have to use turtle.listen or listen method. Then first we have to start it, turtle.listen, okay, and turtle.unkey player, because this method belongs to player class. So player dot left, and this left is referring to this method, and left with capital L, and this left referring to arrow key left. Okay, it means Turtle start to listen all these events, and after, if we push the keyboard key left, it will call this method, which is this one, and this one change the variable from direction to left. And so in update method, it's checking for direction, and when it sees here in this line, okay, the direction is left, then it will execute this line of command. Okay, but now if we run the program right now and click the left button, nothing gonna happen. Let's see. Actually it's happening, but it's so tiny that we can see it. Because of what? Because of the speed, which we set it to 0.4 here. So if self.xcore minus self.speed, like minus almost nothing, then what we have to do next, we have to update the player. How we update the ball inside the main game loop. So we call the player dot update. Now we can try. Now when we push it, and it's going to the left side. Okay, then let's fix the other two movements. Okay, now turtle.unkey player dot right and right. So again, this line is referring to this method, and this method changing self-direction variable to the right, and in update section it's checking if self-direction is right, then self go to xcore and plus the self speed, so that the object go to the right side. And the last one, turtle.unkey again, here it's calling this function in this method. This method's changing the variable for self.direction, and here checking the self.direction. When it sees stop, then execute this line of code. So there is no change into self.xcore, the position, so there won't be any movement, and by that we can stop the object when we want. So let's try all three of these movements together. Alright, it's coming. Yes, it's moving. And when we want to stop it, just by down arrow key and stop. And as you see here, we have some boundaries, and the boundaries where we set it here. If self.xcore greater or equal to 320, self-set x is 320. By this way, it's not moving more to the right side and stop at the edge of the screen. Same goes for the left side. Okay, and as you see now, both of the objects are moving how they're supposed to be, but we miss something, and that would be the collision, because now the object, the ball, when it's coming, is passed through the player like that. And the next lesson, maybe next two lessons, we are trying to figure it out what we are going to do to have a collision between two objects. Okay, that would be for this time. Thanks for watching, and see you in next lesson.